Yo, welcome to this beautiful finished renovation at 5707 Hunting Creek Drive. I want to give you guys a full transparent breakdown of this deal, how I got the deal, how I funded the deal, what I bought it for, the repair cost, and a before and after walkthrough of the property so you guys can see the magic behind this renovation. But if you guys want to grow your real estate business and scale to a new level, you gotta tap into the best community on earth that Pace built. It's the Sub 2 and Gator community. It's the first and second link in the description below, so make sure you guys check that out. So without further ado, let's do the walkthrough right now.
In the before and after, as you can see, we didn't do too much. We repaired the roof, we added a new light fixture, repaired the handrails, and then the front beds, we basically cleared that out. On the side of the house, we added a brand new HVAC system, as you can see, and then we repaired the little fence on the back. On the other side of the house, we repaired those two windows. We stabilized the fence as you walk in. All right, the screen-in porch, everything is basically brand new, including the frame, stairs, doors, and screen. For the deck, we added brand new stairs, railings, pickets, and decking boards. We added some concrete under the post, but the overall post seemed to be in good shape. All right, for the garage, we basically cleaned everything out and replaced the two garage doors with brand new ones. Jumping inside the property, we got brand new painting, recessed lights, new LVP floor. We actually knocked out that wall between the kitchen and the living room. As you can see here, we have a brand new kitchen. Top and bottom are completely different. Stainless steel appliances, undermounted sink, brand new faucet, brand new pull handles. Utility room, brand new hot water heater, paint, recessed light, plumbing, and this bump out wall is the shower for the master. In the bonus room, we got brand new paint, LVP floor, new fan, fixed the sliding glass doors. Screen and porch, we added a new light fixture, and this is what it looks like inside. Check out this brand new deck, baby. It is sparkling. All right, making our way down the hallway here, we into bedroom number 1. We got brand new flooring, paint, trim, new ceiling fan and light combination with switches and outlets. One of my favorite parts are the bathrooms, and this hallway bathroom looks freaking amazing. Look at the before and afters and compare and contrast what we end up doing to this bathroom and what it used to look like. Everything about this bathroom I absolutely love. I love the color of the walls and the tile. Everything looks amazing in here, and you gotta always add a light so you can see what you're watching when you're taking a shower. We also added these pretty cool handles on the doors, as you can see. I love those handles. And heading into bedroom number 2, we basically did the same thing as we did number 1. We added new floors and new lights, but take a look at the before and afters. It looks totally different. All right, heading into the master bedroom, we did the same thing in here, but again, take a look at the before and afters. It's completely night and day. You know, the master shower looks absolutely amazing. As you can clearly see on the before and afters, night and day difference. Everything in here is brand spanking new. That shower in the back there, that's the bump out in the utility room that you saw earlier. We ended up going to the tile and a shower pan at the bottom with a nice little niche. And then, like always, add a light so you can see what you're watching.
All right, so now that the walkthrough is over and you guys took a whole tour of the property, let's get into how I got this deal. I got this lead from a website called 99 Offers. The link is in the description below, so make sure you guys build out your profile and start to be active on that website. And I ended up paying about $60 for the lead itself. It's a wholesaler that ended up bringing me the deal, and I end up reaching out to the wholesaler. We end up negotiating the purchase price, and the purchase price that we end up coming down to was $215,000. I went under contract with an assignment agreement with him, and I did my home inspection on the property, and I found out a couple of things that I was not pleased about, and I had to put more dollars into the repair of the property, so I had to renegotiate with the wholesaler, bringing my purchase price down to $210,000. All right, let's jump into the total repair cost for this property. I end up spending $58,006.52 on all the renovations. That includes the professional services like getting dumpsters and landscaping services, material cost, and labor cost. My total out of pocket that I end up putting into the property itself is $35,246.52. Not all of that was my money. I leveraged credit cards to buy the material, and I'm gonna put that on the screen somewhere right here so you guys can see the full breakdown between how much I end up putting in repairs and then also how much money I end up coming out of my own pocket. All right, let's jump into how I funded this deal. Okay, so I used a private hard money lender, and how I was able to acquire this relationship was to build out my network. And by going to meetups, by going to seminars, by going to conferences, I was able to connect with the right folks. And so I ended up getting a loan for $210,000 on this property. And what he ended up charging me is 10% annualized and 2 points on the front end when I go to closing. Now, my total cost per month on interest payment is $1,750 per month. And I end up holding this property for about 3 months, almost 3 months exactly. And my total projected interest payment is $9,450 on this deal. So my lender made a pretty good penny. Now I had to get second lien position funding, meaning gap funding to put into the property for renovations. And I ended up borrowing $30,000 in second lien position for a 10% flat return, giving that lender $33,000 in total return, $3,000 in profit for a hold of under 2 months roughly. So 60-day return for 10%, 5% on a monthly basis. And I'll show you guys here what that looks like on the spreadsheet so you guys can take a look. All right guys, I'm gonna give you more context on the timeline and how long it took for us to renovate the whole property. It took us 8 weeks from start to finish from what you saw through the walkthrough. And then it took us 13 days once we put the property on the MLS to go pending under contract to sell the property. Now, I don't normally get this kind of buyer on the retail market, but I got a cash offer, full asking, and a fast close. It took us about 2.5 weeks to close. However, this buyer was very particular and wanted a lot of things to be repaired, and then also some additional features that I had to accommodate for them. You won't see this in the spreadsheet, but it ended up costing me additionally about $5,400 to get all those things that they wanted to be addressed on the repair addendum. All right, man, how much money did you actually make on this property? Well, I made $15,825.78. I invested in this property $13,851.22. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that's a great rate of return for only 3 months of work and commitment and managing the project. However, are there better opportunities out there? Yeah, of course. But I'll let you guys know in the learning lessons on why I did what I did. Now, the last part of this video is my learning lessons, my takeaway from this project. Hopefully, if you're watching this and you get up to this point, maybe you can take some of the learning lessons that I end up doing, making mistakes on, and then you will become a better investor. The first lesson that I learned here was when talking to the wholesaler, he had a high ARV, I think up to 330. And I knew that you can't base your final price on the highest ARV in the general area. You probably won't meet that ARV depending on your market condition. So I end up negotiating a lower ARV based on the square footage, what I needed to do for renovation, and just playing a conservative role when it comes down to becoming a smart investor. The next thing is, for me, I felt like my market was slowing down based on the rates. Now, in the recording this video, the rates were about 7% APR. Now it could be a little bit lower or a little bit higher depending on when you watch this video. So I knew that there was a slowing of the market. I could feel it on not only this property, but other properties that I had on the market as well. Next is, you always want to double check your square footage of the house. I know that sounds very basic, but the wholesaler ended up telling me that it was bigger than what it actually was. And when I measured it, it was not that. It was basically missing probably about 200 plus square foot. And I was going off that square footage for my ARV. So make sure you guys double check the square footage when it comes down to it. You can get a home inspector to do that, or you can just measure it out yourself. Next is, for me, I have a crew of people that I have to take care of, like contractors. And I bought this property because I wanted to keep them busy. And so, yes, that may sound selfless, but it wasn't a really good decision for me when it comes down to time versus money. You'll see that I probably only made about $13,000 to $14,000. Overall, I probably made $16,000 including commission, but it wasn't a good use of my time for the amount of energy that I inputted into this property. So those are my learning lessons for this property. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value, and make sure you guys consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because it gives me motivation to continue to create content for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.